so I want to do a two-part video this morning. I've been thinking about collage lately and just adding some more collage elements into the backs of our journals. And I wanted to explore that first today. And then I'm going to go through a pen and ink drawing of a rose. But two separate videos, because otherwise, you know, they'll go on forever and ever. Okay, so this page I did yesterday as an example of what we're going to kind of be going towards. This is not done. This is going to be for Proverbs 16:9 that I'm working on. So this page is still a work in progress, and I'm going to get a rose kind of down in here. So, but you can see down in here is the same texture. There's this purpley texture that's over here. So let me tell you what this was. This was a piece of tissue paper, you know, just like gift wrap tissue paper, nothing special tissue paper. And I was using matte medium or any kind of glue and just smushing it up and gluing it down as I was going along. It takes a while to dry, but that's okay, right? So you do it and then you just let it sit for a while. I was worried that it was going to be so bumpy that I wasn't able to work on it, but you can see here that I am able to draw over it, because this is going up this whole side of the page over here. So, okay, so this is tissue paper. First layer down, excuse me, I'm so sorry, is tissue paper kind of just smooshed up and going around kind of like this, and then just letting it dry. I then took this color paint and just like a milking a cow, like that, right? And then took one of my cards and just swiped that paint over it. And what that did is it made all that texture come out better. You could see all the ridges and the rises and the valleys and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so I had the tissue paper, and that's what this is. You can see in here it was a pink, light pink tissue paper. So that's picking up the pink of the tissue paper, the paint, all the valleys. This was a stencil. I love this, and what this is the ghost image of this. So if I put down, well, I'll explain that when we come over here. So this is another layer. So now what I wanted to kind of look at, oh, excuse me, I gotta get my, this is the matte gel medium that I use, that I like. Okay, so in looking at this page and in putting down, I just have like all of this scrap paper that I just keep, and I just sort of come in and sort of take things that I like. And so let's see what we can come up with here. I like sort of just a white to kind of make that pop up a little bit. You guys can't see me in my little bag. I love print. I just think print is so pretty. This is a scripture. Now, great multitudes went with him, so I'm going to keep that. Let's see what else I can come up with. I sort of liked this against that, so I'm going to keep this. I can always use some music, right? We can always have music in our souls. I'm just truly feeling it out. Oh, look, that's a Taco Bell. Let's get that in there just for the fun of it. And this one's, this one's kind of fun. So that's a lot of paper that I got going on there, right? So let's start with that and see what we come up with. I'm going to put all of this up and away on my little funky little bag. Okay, so I don't know where to put that to get it out of the way. Okay, so now I'm just going to kind of play around. This is what I have out to play with. I might need more negative space because these are two powerful prints, but we'll see. Oh, I have an idea what I can do. So let's just play around a little bit. I feel like this is kind of big, so I'm going to cut it down. Okay. Sorry, you have to kind of come with me through my creative process, y'all. That's sort of cool. Poop. I don't know if I want it to be triangular. Sorry, I'm still thinking. Let's just kind of put it all down and see what we wind up with, yeah? And then I do have this. Okay, so that's not so bad. I like the strong vertical though, so I'm going to cut it. I like to cut things this way because I like the kind of deckled edge that you get, and it's so much easier than cutting. You see, that's too strong. But I'm having a thought about this that I want to kind of hone that down a little bit. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to get to a page that I can work. Oh, that's the wrong one. Enter gesso part. Okay, so I'm going to very lightly, I really am, here, I'm just going to lightly sort of scrape a little bit of gesso onto that to sort of calm it down a little bit so it's not quite so right out there in your face. Okay, so there we have that. So that little bad boy will dry for a moment. I'll put my gesso over there for later. Remember that you put wax paper in your pages when they're still wet, and you can just keep on moving. Okay, so let's see what we have now. Do I like that? I'm going to tone that down just a little bit too. And then, of course, I have to kind of tone this one down, too. Can you see what I'm doing on this one? So when we're, like, prepping pages, this is all sort of part of the prepping pages that I'm thinking of, that we're just sort of getting pages ready so that we can draw over them, paint over them, whatever. And then I have this extra. Just get rid of that. Okay, so I think, now see, this is just now too white. I want that to kind of fade into the background a little bit. So I think what I'm going to do is, let me put those away so they can dry. I think, I don't want blue. I'm looking at my, these are all of my homemade dyes. Do I want yellow? I don't want yellow. I have in my head what I want, but of course I'm not finding it. I don't know if there's anything in that one. Oh, just enough. Just enough to kind of get it a little bit of color on there. I had a brown. I really did. Is that brown? You know I'm going to squirt it's going to be purple. And I'm going to say, what? Well, it's kind of brown. Okay, I'm just going to let that dry for a second. Okay, so I've got this drying, I've got this drying, I've got that drying, got my Taco Bells already going, and this one's just fabulous. Okay, so now I'm going to take an ink pad and just kind of define my outlines a little bit so that it pops up off the page. Okay, and let's see what I've got over here. I'm just going to use different colors just cause. Why wouldn't you? Am I right? Let's go. There's no rhyme or reason to this. I'm just kind of marking them up. Now, in an ideal world, you would wait until that gesso's dry so that you don't get it all over your stamp pad, but who has got time for that? Nobody got time for that. I'm going to go this one on this one too. You can see these are still Wet. But, okay. So I like when you take all these different elements and you kind of make them your own. This one's really still kind of wet. How about on this one if we pop in some blue? Because you see I've got blue over here. So I want to add in some blue somewhere else. So one of the rules of composition is that if you add in a color once, you should try to add it in 3 times so that the viewer's eye does not get stuck on it. But that then becomes a way of dragging the eye around the composition so that it doesn't get stuck. Because if you have all of this and I put in like one pop of yellow, bam, then you're just going to get stuck there. You just will. So, so here I'm just going to put on a little bit of blue on that. So it now, see, I've got 1, 2, 3, just little hints. I have yellow. I have yellow. I can get a little bit of yellow on here. I'm thinking. So I'm going to put on some yellow up here. I don't think I put this one, an edge on this guy. My Yo Quiero Taco Bell. I don't know why I saved the Taco Bell wrapper. One could question, but I could not answer. So here I'm going to do, oh, I think I did do this one because that's where that color came from, but it doesn't look like it on the edges. So that's all right. Okay, so now, again, I know I should wait till it's dry, but for the ease of our video, let's get started. So I'm thinking I had something like this going. All right. I could write something on that. Do I like the way that looks? I have a lot of white space. Oh, I know. I'm going to put on this. We'll do that. Okay. So you ready? I'm going to glue. Here we go. So this one goes on first, right? So here we go. This is the matte medium gel that I'm using. I do not like glossy gel. I do like it to be matte, meaning that it doesn't really have a shine. So here, push that down. I think next I had this one going. So now the idea is to kind of make all of these elements sort of come together and have a cohesive look that ties the whole page together. Not like you're kind of like, well, what's that one piece doing out there? I want this blue to be on the outside, that higher blue, because I want it. I'm going to go off center there. I feel like that would be more fun. Okay. And I'm going to come down here. Whoop, dropping things. Okay. Got to get those little corners done because those corners are the ones that always mess me up and want to pop up. See, I love now that you've got the blue coming down and then you got the blue right here. So your eye is dragged. I don't know what it is. It is all around that page. There's no place that the viewer's eye is stuck. Blue. Okay, so now we're going to add in the yellow. But we're brave, folks. Oh my gosh, look at my edges are not done. Ridiculous. Hold on, let me get my edges done really quick here. Okay. Now my edges are done. It says I. How was I didn't do that? No, I think like that. I like it. Okay. Glue on the back. A business on the back and a party on the front. Let's do it right there. Where's my card? Whoop, wrinkled a little bit. That's all right. That's all right. Come on down, baby. Okay. Taco Bell made it. Go Taco Bell. And I liked this one. I want to do something over there. Yeah, because if I put it over here, you see how it's all on its own? I'm going to tie it all into over there. So we'll put it on that side. Boop, 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 boo. There we have it. Okay, so now I have this kind of is going on and it's sort of softer, right? I do like this just for, let's see. Gives a very strong bottom. I think I'm gonna put this on because I have a plan for the white that we're gonna do. So that's why I'm gonna put it on, because it will make more sense. You see, so that is a very strong white. And you see how your eye is completely absorbed by that white straight away. So we don't want that to happen, right? Because you don't want, so let me show you, but I've got a plan, I got a plan, I got a plan. So now you see I've got all of this left on my brush, which I hate. So I'm just trying to swipe it off under my lid. So I always come back in under my lid and get all of that out first. And then I'm just going to use up the rest of what's on my brush on my page. Make sure it all stays down. And this one has got a wrinkle in it, so let me get that one kind of, come on you. No wrinkle. Okay. Okay, so now last step. This is very, very dark for me. That's a bit more than I can take. So I'm going to add, let me tell you what I'm going to add. So these are my stencils. So let's see what I'm in the mood for. I really like this one. I love how it gives that really pretty ghost image. And I have that on it. Oh, okay, I'm sorry, I'm thinking out loud here. Oh, no, I don't want that one. I don't want it. I don't want circles. Well, I think I'm going to use the one that I love. This is a Tim Holtz stencil. Lattice Works, it's called. And that's exactly what it reminds me of. It almost seems like you were looking through the lattice at something. So, all right, let me show you what I do. Now I have to work on a different page here as well because I used the ghost image. So here, I'm going to use gesso. I'm going to come over here and same brush, I'm just wiping it off. Okay, so I'm going to come here and I'm just going to put some on there. Put some more on. Okay, then I'm turning back to my page. See how that looks just so dark. And now I'm going to come in here and I'm going to swipe off that ghost. So it's the imprint from the second image that I like. Isn't that pretty? And you see how that just kind of toned it down and sort of makes the whole, I think I want more over here a little bit though. So let's come back again. Let me put a piece of that in there. Let's come back over here. I am picking up, I think, some of the yellow from this page, but that's all right. It's all exciting, right? Okay, so I'm going to come here. Go back. And let's put it here. Yeah, see, I like how that is just, everything is just kind of calmed down. So, I think just a little bit more right over here to kind of just have it sort of drawn all the way through. One more, I promise, one more. And that is how I do. Oh, I just put a lot on my brush, but we'll use it. What the heck? Why not? Really here what I'm trying to do is make it get on my stencil cleanly. Not really thick, so it comes out like that. I want it to be kind of a finer. Oh, that looks pretty, doesn't it? Let's put it back in and see what happens if you... It's pretty. I'm going to come back. I love how that looks. Pretty. Okay, one more time over here. And right there. Pretty. See how it's just sort of a background understated? So I'm going to say that page is done right now. I might just put a little bit of a edge on the page. Can you see that up there? Just put an edge on the page. This is just a black edge. It almost looks blue though, because of the colors that are around it. And that, I'm going to say, is it for this page. That page is prepped and ready to be journaled on. So let me just come back here because I am intrigued by this process. So we have this kind of done. So let's take my card. Oh, where's my card? Here. And scrape into this and see if we can get a finer image. Because what I love about this stamp is that fine work that it offers. No, it's hard to get it back again. So what if we were to put on a little bit of paint? Let's see what happens with that. Scrape on paint though. Well, that came out. Do you see it? It's very understated, but it's pretty. Let me come over here and do a little bit more. So in my journals when I'm working, I'm kind of always working other pages while I'm working the one page. Because, you know, you're always just laying down color. You hate to waste the paint. So it just sort of keeps developing. Oh, I do like that. That was a good idea. That came out really cute. Just for, so you can see it better. Let me do a bright color so you can see what's happening with it. So all I'm doing is scraping up that, where can I do it? How about right here? I'm scraping up that bit of paint on my card, getting the edge strong, and then scraping it in there. That seems to work a lot better than the brush to give out the fine details that I like. I don't know, I just like it that way. So that's pretty, isn't it? That becomes a very soft, sort of understated quality. And then you don't even have to do the ghost image. Look, we learned something together today. Isn't that fun? So this way you don't even have to do the ghost on another page. You can just use little bits of paint and scrape it into your stencil. Oh, I love it. That's fun. Let's see what happens though when we get the ghost from this. Let's see. So I did it on this side. I don't know if there'll be anything left because we scraped so hard, but yeah, there's a little bit there. I don't know if you can, it's probably hard to see because there's so much color on there, but yeah, you still get the ghost. So that's it for today. I'm going to do a another one on doing the rose. So watch for that one. Have a great day, guys. Bye.